Mini episode 1658 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge mini episode 1658, the weekly FDH Football Preview Show. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our fantasy and non-fantasy preview for Week 3 of the 2023 NFL season, as well as a look at Week 4 of the college football season. We start with our picks right now for the college football playoff. 1 Georgia, 2 Michigan, 3 Texas, 4 Florida State. The next 4 in are 5 USC, 6 Ohio State, 7 Penn State, 8 Washington. For last week's college picks, we are 3-2, bringing us to 11-4 on the season. By the way, we're coming off a 25-15 season in 2022. Here's what we've got for this week. Colorado plus 20.5 over Oregon, Florida State minus 2.5 over Clemson, and Ohio State minus 3 over Notre Dame. In the NFL, we're going for our 4th season since 2016 of being profitable, i.e. above 52.4%, picking every game of the season. Slow start so far, 11-19-2 overall, 2-4 on the big 3, 0-2 on the lock. Here's our picks for this week. New York Giants plus 10 over San Francisco, Tennessee plus 3.5 over Cleveland, Green Bay minus 2 over New Orleans, Baltimore minus 8.5 over Indianapolis, New England minus 2.5 over the New York Jets, Buffalo minus 6.5 over Washington, the LA Chargers minus 1 over Minnesota, Houston plus 8.5 over Jacksonville, Miami minus 6.5 over Denver, Dallas minus 12.5 over Arizona, Chicago plus 12.5 over Kansas City, Las Vegas minus 3 over Pittsburgh, and Philadelphia minus 4.5 over Tampa Bay. For our big 3, it's Detroit minus 3.5 over Atlanta, and Cincinnati minus 3 over the LA Rams, and in the 1,000-star gold-plated lock of the millennium for NFL Week 3, it's Seattle minus 6.5 over Carolina. Here's the top 10 in our power rankings this week. 1 Philly, 2 Dallas, 3 San Fran, 4 Miami, 5 KC, 6 Baltimore, 7 Buffalo, 8 Cincinnati, 9 Detroit, 10 Seattle. Here's our bottom 5. 28 New York Giants, 29 Houston, 30 Chicago, 31 Carolina, 32 Arizona. Now for our fantasy football segment. Remember, we strongly discourage fantasy overmanaging. You don't pull your top guys unless they're hurt or on a bye, period. Don't let the matchups or everything geeks tell you anything different. Here's our list of guys that you go with as long as you're confident that they'll be playing, keeping in mind that some won't be playing this week. QB, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Fields, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, Patrick Mahomes, and Tua. Running back, Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, and Jonathan Taylor. Wide receiver, Devontae Adams, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Smith, and Jalen Waddle. Tight end, Mark Andrews, T.J. Hawkinson, Travis Kelce, and George Kittle. Remember, our Thursday night game picks and fantasy recommendations are up every week on our Twitter page at the FDH Lounge. Now here's our non-gimme picks for the week. We like 9 QBs, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, Jordan Love, Dak Prescott, Geno Smith, Matthew Stafford, Deshaun Watson, and Russell Wilson. We like 19 running backs, Tyler Algier, James Cook, Jahmyr Gibbs, Travis Etienne, Jerome Ford, Najee Harris, Joshua Kelly, Joe Mixon, Zach Moss, Raheem Mostert, Dameon Pierce, Tony Pollard, Brian Robinson Jr., Ramondre Stevenson, DeAndre Swift, Kenneth Walker III, Rashad White, Javonte Williams, and Kyron Williams. We like 17 wide receivers: Jordan Addison, Keenan Allen, Nico Collins, Mike Evans, Zay Flowers, Chris Godwin, T. Higgins, Christian Kirk, Tyler Lockett, DJ Moore, Chris Olave, George Pickens, Michael Pittman, Calvin Ridley, Deebo Samuel, Mike Williams, and Garrett Wilson. And we like 5 tight ends: Evan Engram, Dallas Goedert, Sam Laporta, David Njoku, and Kyle Pitts. Thank you for joining us for this week's FDH Football Preview Show.